storm and the rain. I'll try hard not to complain. I will do His will. Oh, oh, oh. I will do His will. It's mighty nice to do Yah's will. He bore His cross up the rugged hill. It was morning. He gave His life. Oh yes. When it's over one day, now let us by His side. But until that day comes, I'll do whatever He wants. I try to do my best. I try to stand my test. I'll let my little light shine for some lost sheep. I'll go through the storm and the rain. I'll try hard not to complain. I will do His will. Oh, oh, oh. I will do Yah's will. Oh, oh, oh. I will do His will. Oh, oh, oh. I will do His will. Oh, 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 oh. Praise Yahshua.
We need the truth. We need some beauty. We need the proof. And in the meantime, I know that He's inside. Now I know Yahshua, and I'm satisfied. Now listen. Went to the ocean, stood in the surf. I heard the water, I felt the earth. I heard the angels, God couldn't be denied. Now I know Yahshua, and I'm satisfied. He's the only righteous man. I try to do the best I can. He is the teacher. The truth is in the Son. We can leave it all behind. This carnalness. We got Yahshua's wisdom. Yahshua is the truth. He's got plenty of beauty. He gives all kinds of proof. Oh, that means right now. That means right now. The Holy Spirit is inside. Now I know Yahshua and I'm satisfied. born. Joshua's the answer we all been looking for. All the others, they stood around and lied. Yes, they did. But now we know Joshua. That makes us so satisfied. Sing it, choir. We got Joshua's wisdom. Joshua is the truth. He's got plenty of beauty. He gets all kinds of fruit now. Oh, that means right now. That means right now. The Holy Spirit tabernacles inside. Now we know Joshua. That makes us satisfied. Thanks, Joshua, you made us satisfied. Ooh.
Thank you, choir. Our first speaker to be called upon this evening will be Dr. Marta Cerna.
Good evening, class. It has a little spongy edge. Okay. I'm happy to be here and happy to see everyone. Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm sure you rush from work and get here anyway. I have a couple of things on my mind. I need some scriptures. I want to talk about two things that I've been studying a little bit on, the fulfillment. How Yahshua fulfilled crossing the Jordan River. And the other piece I want to talk about I know you guys know that I love to go to Joshua, the 24th chapter, and stuff like that. So maybe I should start there a little bit. Let's go to Joshua, and I want to go back to, is it chapter 4? Where he talked about the stones, the 12 stones.
Joshua 4:8. And the children of Israel did so as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of Jordan, as Yahweh spake unto Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, and carried them over with them unto the place where they lodged, and laid them down there.
Okay, I'm sorry, sweetie.
It's okay.
I want to pick up where I think I should go back where what prompted Joshua to go to the because up to this point Moses was in charge around here, and he died. So one picked that up, and I think he was 120 years. So let's see, probably Deuteronomy. No. So I have some scriptures here. So Deuteronomy 34, 1 and 12. And I want to get Hebrew, the 10th chapter, 19 through 20. Numbers 14 and 34. Ezekiel 4 and 6. And then I want to pick up, where, because what happened is, as we know that truly we have this is the pattern, and Yeshua is the true high priest that when, he died, buried, and resurrected, and he's the only one who can take us to the most holy place. And we can go to this chart and see here, he died, buried, resurrected, and resurrected. And this is a migratory pattern, a type and shadow of the things that he will do, And this, he was instituting here a little bit, yeah. So, Moses cannot be the one to take you to Canaan land, to the most holy place. Because truly what it is that, when we die, it's our hope that we go back into Yeshua. That's what we're here for, we are the bride, and so we want to go back. And the most holy place, or Canaan land, is a representation of that. That he, and the temples are there and everything, that he is truly, it's our hope that we go back into him, have the Holy Spirit, and go back. And it's a type of shadow of heaven, but truly he is the body, and we are the bride, and he's, the high priest. But he's the creator, and we came out of him, and we're going back right into him, which is Yeshua. So this is what this is. That's why I always come back to this migratory. And I understand this better because maybe I like to migrate. Did you get it? You have it.
Deuteronomy 34 and 1.
Okay.
And Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the mountain of Nebo,
Right.
to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And Yahweh showed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan, and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah unto the utmost sea, and the south and the plain of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees, unto Zoar. And Yahweh said unto him, This is the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over thither. So Moses, the servant of Yahweh, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of Yahweh.
Right.
And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, over against Beth Peor. But no man knoweth of his sepulchre unto this day.
Right.
And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated. And the children of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days.
30 days.
So the date, sorry.
Continue. That's
So-
what I want to get to.
Okay.
You're right where. Yes.
Okay. So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended. And Joshua, the son of Nun, let me keep one. Okay.
Yeah.
The son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands upon him. And the children of Israel hearkened unto him, and did as Yahweh commanded Moses. And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom Yahweh knew face to face, in all the signs and the wonders which Yahweh sent him to do in the land of Egypt to Pharaoh, and to all his servants, and to all his land, and in all the mighty land, and in all the great terror which Moses showed in the sight of all Israel.
Okay. So, as you can see that the children of Israel mourned Moses for 30 days. Now, I want to get where they're preparing to cross the Jordan River, and that's 3 days, because the pattern, we know that the pattern repeats itself. So that's how you get your 33. When Yahshua, was he started his ministry at the age of 30, and he preached for 3 years before he died, buried, and resurrected. Thank you.
Joshua 1 and 11. I'll start at 10.
Okay.
Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, Pass through the host, and command the people, saying, Prepare you victuals, for within 3 days ye shall pass over this Jordan, to go in to possess the land which Yahweh your Elohim giveth you to possess it.
Right. So, and that was 3 days, right? Okay. So that's where we get our 30 and 3. Okay. Now, if we go back to the pattern, the gate is how much? It's 30, and the door is 3, and you have your 33 going. Okay. And we know that Yahshua was in his ministry for 3 years. Okay. Okay. So that's how he fulfilled that. But there's some scriptures. Can you get Hebrew 10, 19 through 20? It talks a little bit about the flesh, which is, one of the veil.
You want Hebrews 10 and 10?
No, Hebrews 10, 19 through 20.
Okay. Hebrews 10 and 19. Having therefore, brethren, boldness to enter into the holiest by the blood of Yahshua,
Right.
by a new and living way, which he hath consecrated for us through the
Right.
veil.
Right.
That is to say, his flesh,
Right.
and having an high priest over the house of Elohim.
Right. Okay.
That's through 21.
Okay. And can we get also Numbers 14 and 34?
Numbers 14 and 34. After the number of the days in which ye surveyed the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye shall know the withdrawal of my promise.
Is that Numbers 14 and 34? Oh. Okay. It is. Yeah. Yeah. And then get Ezekiel 4 and 6. I think it talks about the same thing, right? It goes through.
Ezekiel 4 and 6. And when thou hast accomplished them, lie again on thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed thee each day for a year.
Okay. Now we can go back to Joshua. Now, what in the stones? So the 12 stones. Can we go back there? a little bit.
Joshua 4:8. And the children of Israel did so as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of Jordan, as Yahweh spake unto Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, and carried them over with them unto the place where they lodged, and laid them down there. And Joshua set up 12 stones in the midst of Jordan, in the place where the feet of the priests which bear the ark of the covenant stood.
Okay.
And they are there unto this day.
Okay. So how did Joshua fulfill that? Huh? Let's go to the baptism. Let's go to, I believe we want to go to where he was baptized. You see, where he was baptized was at the Jordan River. Okay? And then he was tempted, but he was baptized precisely by the 12 stones. Right? I thought yes. I was happy to know that. I was like,